Hi, my name is Camila Surma, and this is the Leap From Within podcast, the place to be for women leaders who want to manifest their big life and business visions and expand into their next level from a divine, feminine way. We will talk about deep energetics and embodiment behind your expansion, liberation, and owning your power, gifts, and magic so you can create the impact you desire. Because here's what you deeply need to know. You are a fucking unstoppable woman. So let's go. Hi, beautiful soul. Welcome to the next episode of the Leap From Within podcast. Today, I have an amazing episode for you and really important topic as well. And today, I will talk to you about how nervous system work can support you while scaling and growing your business. And this is actually a really big topic, and today I want to talk to you about, for me, the most important thing that will help you bring more awareness to those things and get more in tune with your body and really know what you need to focus on, how nervous system work can support you in your next level in your business, in scaling and growing. So let's start. So if you are listening to this podcast, probably you desire to have more impact with your work. Maybe you want to reach more people with the message that is flowing from your heart. Maybe it's also connected with the next income level, more clients, bigger community, bigger impact. For me, this is all about growing your business, and scaling your business means doing this in a really smart way. And it doesn't mean to do more of the things that you already do. For me, it's really important that while you scale, you really connect with your body wisdom and you have more spaciousness in your daily life and in your business. If we want to do that, we cannot forget about our body's wisdom and our nervous system. Because it's actually easy, I would say, to scale your business and ignore your body signals along the way and burn yourself out. I've been there, done that, and I don't want you to do the same thing. So I remember it was a really hard time for me when I felt just burned out in business that I truly love, doing what I love. But the way that I was doing it, it just led me to burning out. And I remember this was the time a few years ago. And at the time I was traveling from Costa Rica to Bali. And when I landed in Bali, my body just crushed. It was my dream to go there, but actually it was another, dark night of the soul for me. But it was also a process of really coming back to my feminine energy. So if you have a desire to grow your business, to scale your business, to open up for more income, more clients, I really want you to ask yourself, how do you want it to feel in your body? Because knowing what you want, it's one thing. But knowing how you want to feel while achieving that, this is a completely different intention. So back then, I only knew that I wanted the next level of my business, and it was all happening until it stopped because my body crashed. And of course, we can be pushing ourselves, we can hustle, we can do all of the things, we can take action after action. But I believe that if you are here and you are listening to this podcast, you really feel and trust and believe that there has to be another way. And I just want to guide you to connect with yourself, with your heart, with your womb, with your body wisdom, to find it for yourself. Because building and running a business from ease, from pleasure, it doesn't mean that challenges won't come, but this is completely different level. It starts with you asking yourself question how do I want to feel while scaling my business? What kind of lifestyle do I want to have? And when you implement some strategy, really check if that feels good in your body. And actually here we are coming to the first aspect of today's episode that I want to talk to you about, which is aligned strategy. And I had so many like trials and errors, and I'm still like playing in my business. I'm especially now that like last few months were really, really hard for me and I transformed a lot. And now I need to align my business, my Polish one, and then expanding into international one with the new embodiment that is in my body, the new energy, just new me that I was working on during the last few months. So we can have all of the strategies, we can work with different mentors, and we can have the blueprint, we can have all of the steps that we have to do in order to scale or grow our businesses. And for some people it may work and they be making 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, multi 7 figures, but you can start implementing that and feel like it doesn't work. For me, this is really the worst thing when you start your business with this like pure intention and your mission and connecting with your heart, and then you just get yourself lost with all of the strategies and options there for you. So giving one more example, there was a time where my dear friend joined my team. It was a few years ago. And I remember when she was telling me that working with me one-on-one, this should be like a really exclusive offer, like really just for, VIP, just a few people a year. And then my programs, I should raise my prices. And we were talking about all of those possibilities. And at that time, I even wasn't ready to hear about it. I was so triggered. I remember the response in my body. I just wasn't at this point to be able to receive that and to implement that. So I didn't have this level of embodiment that was required to implement this strategy in my business. So we tried with different things that I felt were aligned for me. And back then I knew nothing about nervous system work. And few years later, I have the exact strategy that she told me to implement a few years ago. But it happened naturally for me. It was just like listening to my body, listening to my intuition, one step at a time, and really connecting like what feels good with my next level right now, but not like 10 steps ahead, but just like this 1 step or 2 steps or 3 steps. And when my body said that it's time to raise my prices, I did it. When my body said it's time to run this kind of containers, this kind of programs with those prices, I did it. When I was working and healing and working on my nervous system expansion along the way, this shift and this strategy was just like a natural response to my inner world. And this is super important because I can have the best strategy, but when there's no embodiment to that and your whole body just freezes and contracts, it won't work for you. It can do magic for other people, but this is the sign from your body that there is something different for you at this level. And it doesn't mean that it's worse. It doesn't mean that their strategy is better. It just means that it's different. And you win when you really honor what your body is telling you right now at this moment. Sometimes I speak for myself in here as well. I thought that if I implement that and I stretch myself so much, I will grow faster. And sometimes it worked, but it worked only for a short period of time. So for example, I implemented something, I stretched myself so much, I pushed myself, I did so many things. And we could have like another month. This could be like the biggest month of the year. But then the next month probably would be the lowest. Or I would really feel exhausted and have no capacity, no energy to do the things that I was planning to do. So I really want you to ask yourself, what is aligned for me right now? What kind of strategies? What kind of programs? What kind of pricing? And at the same time, you can hold this big vision for you because you know what's possible for you. And you know that in a month, in a year, in 10 years from now, you won't be at the same place. But it starts from where you are right now. We think that when we stretch ourselves that much, we're going to grow faster. But actually, it's not stable. It's not connecting with long-term vision. It's just like another quick fix. And actually, like my nervous system, my body, it was like addicted to quick fix because it was giving me like this instant gratification. And I was running my business like that until my body said no more. And it was really hard for me because I didn't want my body to stop at this moment when I had so many plans. But my body was like, you don't listen to me. So I won't be doing this with you. And when your body is not on your team, there's actually nothing you can do. I mean, you need this vessel to create a podcast, to create the programs, to run the retreat, to do everything that you desire to do in your business. And for me, I was like so disconnected with my body for most of the time. And it doesn't mean that my business wasn't growing, because we already hit like 7 figures and I was listening to my intuition, but I wasn't listening to my body. And maybe at some next episode, I will tell the difference between the two. So the first step would be to really, really connect with your body when you are launching something new, when you are coming up with your new offer, when you are deciding on the pricing that you will do. And the other thing that is really important is that you need to know how your body communicates that this is the right thing. And at the same time, what is the response in your body when your ego says, oh, no, this is too much? Because your body might be ready to actually raise your prices. Your body might be ready for this strategy and this kind of program. And at the same time, it feels edgy. It feels like it's a stretch for you. But this can be a safe stretch for you. And this is what we want to look for, a safe stretch, because this will help you grow and expand and scale your business. And actually, when you go like step by step like this, your growth will be so much bigger and actually like so much faster. It will just feel magical and illogical at the same time. It will open you up for more ease and more pleasure instead of like hustle and constant pushing yourself and taking action that is not aligned because someone told you to take action constantly, you know? So we still need to look for this balance, like where is my safe stretch? And your body will tell you that. And at the same time, like if you didn't listen to your body for most of your life or while running your business, don't expect that right now you will sit and you will hear all the answers. You need time to build this connection and to build trust and to really start listening to your body. But it starts from now. So now you know what you can focus on. This is the first step, like aligned strategy. And I don't want you to spend so much time, like weeks or months, in like thinking about aligned strategy. If you need to take a break, I mean like a weekend break or a week break, you know, to really reconnect with yourself and your body, that's okay. But at the same time, I don't want you to procrastinate too much because you heard on this podcast that your strategy needs to be aligned. You can also, and this is what I do in my business, I look for aligned strategy at the same time, like while taking action and implementing the things that feel exciting for me. I'm like, oh, okay, this feels like this is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I feel excited to do that. And then I do it. And then I observe how my body reacts. And if it feels good, you know, it's working. And I feel this energy that I know that is a sign for my body that, okay, like this is the path for you. Then I know that the new strategy is being born. That is a mirror for my work and the level of embodiment that I already have. Second thing, and this is a really big thing, and we will have a few episode podcasts on that for sure, but this is about your nervous system capacity and knowing your upper limits as well. So when we think about nervous system capacity, it's not only opening up to feel more fulfillment and more abundance and more, pleasure and ease and all of that. This is a really, really important aspect of that. And nervous system capacity would mean that you feel safe and your body feels safe with what you want to attract. So we have like coping mechanisms and protectors in our body and all of the parts that will show up while we want to go for our next level and scale our businesses. So for your body, this next level might actually not feel safe, and you won't attract into your life things that feel unsafe. That's why nervous system work is so crucial. But at the same time, nervous system capacity means that you are able to hold space for yourself, not only with the things that you desire, but also with all of the things that comes along with the success that you want. So for example, I started my business talking about like finding your purpose and connecting with intuition. At that time, this was a really big stretch for me, like talking about spirituality in Poland. And it was like a few years ago. So at that time, we didn't have like that many people talking about that on Instagram or writing blogs about that. So this was a big stretch for me, but then I aligned and I was just taking courageous actions and following my intuition, and my body, we were on the same team with that. But then, and this is like really like recent times, when I was healing and having my another breakthrough in my own healing path and working with sexual trauma, I knew that at some point I will need to share that. Not like need to, but I just know that everything that I go through, it's like an initiation for me to share in my work and in holding space for others. And this was a huge stretch for me, especially talking about it in Polish, where my family could listen to the podcast or read a post. For me, this was really opening up my heart and sharing the deepest wound and the hardest trauma that I've ever experienced. And at the same time, there was a point when I felt ready to do it. Ready in a way that, of course, I had some like body reactions to doing that, and it felt edgy and I was stressed, but it was like a safe stretch. And I needed to hold space for myself, that people might judge, that people may have projections, that people may react in a different ways. And this was what I needed to prepare myself for and my nervous system. And I knew that sharing this message is actually opening me up for the next level of my business, because I knew that this will be a part of my work. So I knew that I need to share it in order to be in alignment with my mission and my highest potential. So it was like a big stretch. Another thing that we need to think about why we want to scale is all of the things that we are afraid of that might be coming with the success that we want. So if we are afraid of the bigger responsibility that we will have, if we are afraid of having difficult conversations with our team, with our clients, if we are afraid that we will receive more of like negative comments on our YouTube channel or Instagram, if we don't work on nervous system and wounds that we have around that, we will block the next level of our growth in our businesses. Because when this wound is really unconscious most of the times, so you can understand that, oh, of course, like I want that, I'm okay with that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your body reaction. If you feel this like negative comment on your YouTube channel or on your Instagram, or this is a message from your like ex-client, how does your body react? Do you know how to regulate yourself? And in here, it doesn't mean that, we will always feel like we don't care or whatever. It's just like, do you have the tools as well to regulate yourself? And do you know your nervous system and your body that much that you can feel in control of your inner state during those times? So that's how we self-sabotage in our business. We desire this next level, but at the same time, it feels unsafe in our body. And that's why we feel stuck in our business. So working with the wounds, working with the protectors, working with all of the parts that are showing up in this process, it's crucial. And at the same time, expanding your nervous system capacity to be able to hold more and to feel safe with next level of income, with being seen by so many other people. Like growing your community will mean that more people will see you. If as a child you didn't feel actually seen by your parents, it may feel really, really uncomfortable to feel seen by so many people in your business. And again, you will sabotage that. You would say that you will go with the podcast or with this content creation, or you know that you would like to do like Instagram lives, but at the same time, you are not doing that and you're self-sabotaging yourself, or you are doing all of the things, but they are not reaching to more people. And this can also be the sign. So for me, strategy is really about like around 20%. And it's also like really important because I also teach that, and we need to know how. We need to know all of the possibilities so we can know how, with what we can play in our business. But at the same time, we can have the best strategy, but when our energy and our nervous system is not aligned with that, we will gonna still be at the same time and we're gonna feel stuck in our business. So this is a really beautiful dance between feminine and masculine energy. I don't want you to feel that now you need to stop running your business and do all of the healing work. Because what I do is I play with the strategies, with different programs, with different pricing when I feel this is the time to do that. And at the same time, I constantly work on my healing and expanding my nervous system. And this is something that is my priority. I know how this energy works. I know how like our trauma can mess up our business. And in a way, of course, like honoring everything that happened. But for me, this was really, really unconscious. Like I couldn't understand why I'm acting in some particular ways, and then understanding my body and working with the trauma, it really helped me unlock new levels of ease, of pleasure, and of income. And this is like magical what is happening in my brands and everything that I do. Again, it doesn't mean that there are no challenges along the way, but when I know how to work with them and my nervous system, I know that these challenges show up so I can expand even more. And this is actually something that you can write down and remind yourself when these challenges show up in your life and in your business. So to sum up everything that we've covered in this episode, the first step is to look for a strategy that is aligned with your unique energy and the moment that you are in right now in your business. You can start doing this with connecting deeper with your body and really observing how your body reacts for the next decision that you are about to make in your business, in your offers, in your launching. And then the second thing, which is like a longer process, it's working on your nervous system capacity, feeling safe with this next level of success, income, impact, visibility that you want to invite into your life. And at the same time, know how to hold space for this duality and all of the things that you desire, but at the same time, all of the things maybe just coming with the success that you want. And then knowing your upper limit, and we're going to talk about that more in a new episode. But what you can start observing right now, it's again like connecting with your body and even imagining this another level of income. So let's say that you're making 10K a month and you want to invite 20K. And if you imagine 20K coming into your reality, or even imagining this money coming to, on your hands or hugging you, like how your body reacts. Because from your head, it can be like obvious that, of course, I want to attract that. I want to receive that. But your body speaks different language. So I really want you to tune into your body and feel if it's open to receive that, or is it contracted? It can be in a freeze mode. You can feel stressed. Observe your breath. How is your breath? And this can be the first step that you can do. So becoming more and more aware of your upper limit and how your body speaks to you. So let me know, how did it land? Do you have any questions around that? I'm super open and I can't wait to go deeper around all of the topics. So let me know. You can write in the comments. And also, if you feel that this episode will be valuable for someone that you know, please share it. I will be beyond grateful. and subscribe to my podcast and my YouTube channel for more podcasts like that will help you scale and grow your business with ease and pleasure and magic. And also, if you would like to work one-on-one with me with your nervous system expansion, I have a few options available. You can apply in a link that will be in a description. So you can see what are the options, and there are some one-on-one sessions or longer few months containers that we can go really deep with rewiring your nervous system and expanding your body, your nervous system for the next level that you desire in your life and business. So if this feels aligned for you, you can apply in the link that will be in the description. If you have any questions, you can always connect with me on my Instagram, which is Kamila Surma, and we're also gonna link that in the description. So thank you so much for listening, and see you soon on the next episode.